Okay, we are recording. And to keep myself on track, I made a pretty PowerPoint because I like to make PowerPoints. So there's a little visual view here. Okay, so first of all, I want to say welcome. Hold on a second here. If everybody could go in and mute themselves, we will have a time for some questions and commentary. But Josie, and is Lita on the call? I'm not sure if Lita's on the call. Josie, if you want to pipe in at any time, why don't you leave yourself unmuted? Josie's going to also help facilitate this call. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us last minute. I really appreciate you rallying and hopping on, and we will record this call for anybody that's unable to join us live. But we've had a lot going on, and I know that I've talked to many of you about some of our shifts and changes and exciting things that are coming, but I just wanted to talk to all of you collectively, and so we can all be on the same page and answer any questions and just have this time to connect. So again, thank you for hopping on. And before I get into, I'm going to talk a lot about Share Success and our shifting of business training systems. But before I do that, I want to make a few announcements. As of last night, we are giving our team website a little bit of a facelift and making lots of great changes. So things are still a little bit under construction. But the website is getting updated and I think will be easier to navigate and is even a little prettier. And one thing that I want to do, I think all of you opted in for our team newsletter, which mostly highlights our monthly events and leadership ranks. It's pretty simple, but I want to start highlighting each of you and people in our community in that newsletter. So we're going to have a kind of faces of essential wellness, and I'm going to have a form and a place to upload a photo. And I would love for you, if you feel inclined, this isn't required, but to go and fill the form out. We'll have kind of just some quirky questions, excuse me, but it will be super simple, kind of like, one-line sentence kind of answers and a photo. And then in our newsletter, we will just randomly feature different people from our community. And another thing that I want to add to our website is a blog. And I'd really love to start featuring.
We're in the back walking.
Oh, can everybody
hear
themselves? I'm hearing somebody in the background there. But I would love to start featuring and seeing more of you on the team website. So I'm hoping with the blog and with everybody we'll create a little meme with your photo and some fun facts about you that will start highlighting that on the team website. So if you are utilizing it, I really want you to feel like you're a part of it, that your face is on it, that you have a voice on it, and that it feels something that you feel proud of. And I'm also always open to feedback and suggestions. So if you feel like there's something that could be better or more streamlined or is confusing, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. Okay. Yes?
Ask you one more time to say where we go to do that information on the website, or where that link was.
Oh, I haven't posted it yet. I will post it on the Facebook pages within the next couple of days. And I'll put it on I'm going to first focus on Silvers and Above, but then I'm also going to ask anybody who's building the business to fill it out. I don't want it to necessarily be, you don't have to be a certain rank to be featured. I really want everybody's faces to be shown and highlighted. So over time, we'll start featuring everybody in our community. So it's just a little fun thing to do. I think it'll be super fun.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think all of you know the team website, if you're utilizing it, is essentialwellness.life, and the password is success. And I also want to let you know that we've added, under the business training, we've added a link for Share, which will link over to the Share website. And I am leaving up the Edge material, and we are also leaving up our 4-week Edge business training. However, we're kind of taking that off the front page and we're not really featuring it. So it is there if you're in the middle of it, or if you're utilizing it, or if you want to utilize it. But I think what we have coming up is much improved and really exciting, but I didn't want to pull those resources down in the case you need them, okay? So maybe in time we'll pull that off, but for right now, we're gonna leave it on the website while we transition. Okay, so the first question I want to answer is, why share success? Many of you might be asking this question of, what are they doing? I know many of you that have been around for a long time know that, there was a time where we had no training system, and we had one that we kind of created on our own, and then we were using Share Success, and then we loved the simplicity of the Edge, and now we're going back to Share Success. Oh, someone's calling. Okay, so I just want to share with you that we're always, because doTERRA is still a really new company, as you all know by now.
Out, honey.
Oops, can somebody mute themselves that's on the phone there? Thank you. With doTERRA, things are always changing and growing and expanding. And I have learned as a leader that it's really important to be adaptable and to be willing to explore, things that are coming our way. And sometimes they're awesome and sometimes they're not. But the beautiful thing is that our business is really getting more and more dialed in. And I had a lot of conversations when I was in Mexico. I had a great conversation with Sarah Jansen. She's a Presidential Diamond. I had a really informative conversation with ZNX. Josie and I have talked at length. Lita and I have talked at length, and we really actually took this change quite seriously. And we did a lot of investigating before we decided to go in this direction. But the more I started looking at it, the more I realized that it's awesome, and it's really more expansive, I feel like, than the Edge, and it offers support from customers to shares to builders to training systems, all the way to Presidential Diamond, and it makes it really duplicatable. And there's a lot of gaps that I felt like that were an Edge that Josie and I tried to answer in Success Circle, if you were a part of that program. And this takes care of all of that. So I want to talk about it a little bit more thoroughly and kind of introduce you to it, and then kind of share what we have coming up. And if anybody has any questions while I'm going through this, or any comments or any experiences, please don't hesitate to hop on and give me your feedback or ask your questions. So I'm sure, I don't know if all of you have been to the website right now or yet, but the website is sharesuccess.com. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, but they have the most incredible app, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. I am like freaking out over this app. It is a game changer. It is amazing. You're all going to love it, and it is going to really help streamline your business. So when I saw this app, I said, okay, this is the done deal. This is what we're doing. So I'm super excited. And again, I'll go over more of that in a moment. They have, a lot of the concepts are the same, inviting, teaching classes, membership overviews, builder's overview. A lot of that is the same. They do have, though, another step, which is a share guide, which is for that person who just wants to share and host a class, but they're not ready for building. And then they also have an awesome program called Launch, and that is a 30-day to elite program for the person that shows up and says, I'm ready to build, I want to get going, what do I do? And again, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that program in a moment. All of their beautiful folders are also downloadable, so you can download PDFs, so you can share things via the computer. And of course, you can also buy them. I actually just got all of mine. They all arrived in the mail, and they're really beautiful. They're really well done. So I'm excited about that. And there's also, there's a membership overview that Laura Jacobs does. So imagine being able to enroll your new person, have them have a membership overview by Laura Jacobs before you then do that personal touch with them. Like there's just so many things to help support our process. And there's also a lot of training videos for all the different steps by different leaders. So there's different voices, different faces, which I really love. And then they also have, I believe this is going to become an automated training as well, but they have a they have a rank track and a training for every single rank from elite to presidential diamond. And you can, right now, the automated video trainings are not up, but if you go to library on the Share Success site and you go to rank maps, you can download those PDFs. And I recommend that you all download the next rank that you're working on and begin to work through the steps in that booklet to help you get to your next rank. So again, I love all of the resources, and I know this system is only going to get better and more powerful as we grow into it. So that's exciting. Okay, so I want to talk about the app. Raise your hand if you've already downloaded the app and you've already checked it out and you're already using it. I know that some of you are, and some of you are still new. Some of you, I know that we've been testing the tracks out on you to see how you're liking them. So I want to share a little bit more about the app. Now, some of you might have the old app. So I know that some people are like, oh, I have the app, I don't like it. If you have the old app, this is a new app, and it's completely different than the old app. So this is the Share Success Pro app. And you can go to the website and you hit the join now. This is what the page kind of looks like. You hit the join now, and you'll fill out the form and you'll download the app, and they give you a passcode to get into it. It's pretty simple. I want to talk a little bit more about what this app offers. So
can I say something, Aish?
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, can everyone please check and make sure that they have muted themselves? We have some background noise. Number one. Number two is I just wanted to go through this step because I just went over it the other day and to make it clear. The first step is that you sign up on the website, right? The Share Success website. And you pay for whatever your track is, if you're doing it yearly or monthly, and it's a little less expensive if you do a big chunk for the year. And then they send you in your email a password and a username. You don't make those up, and you go get that, and then you use those two things to then sign up your app on your phone. And then you download the app on your phone and you use that password and that username. It was a little confusing for every single person in my team who started to do that, so I just wanted to kind of outline it.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I went through that quickly, so thank you. So the app, I'm going to just read through the notes here. Ooh, hold on. Let me mute this person here. Okay. So it allows you to leverage the new Share Success Pro app to do more in less time. We all like that, right? You can automate the inviting, the presenting, and the enrolling process like rock stars. Now, I do want to say this does not replace personal touches, but this adds a personal touch in the way of a text, because the text is going to come from you. It's all written out. It's super cool. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a moment. It automatically follows up with prospects, and it gives you reminders of when you should be calling them, when you should be checking in with them, etc. There's also a way to reignite inactive customers and also disengaged builders, which is super cool. So as Josie said, you can get the app from sharesuccess.com. You can pay for it yearly. If you pay for it at once, it's $189. That makes it 52 cents per day, or it's $19 a month, and that makes it 66 cents a day. And I just want to add that what you're getting for this cost is amazing. The amount of time and money and resources that Josie and I put into just creating our 12 week card set was literally thousands of dollars more than that and not as good. So just know that what we're getting for this price is gold, and it's going to really help propel your business. Okay, hold on here. Okay, so I want to go through and share with you what kind of automated tracks they have so you have a better understanding. First of all, they have an invite track, and these are all written out for you. All you need to do is put your contact's name in, and then you need to click the track that is going to be sent to them. So for instance, if you were to have a booth, I know a lot of you do booths, there's a track that you could send to somebody that you met at a booth. There's a builder's prospect. Say you meet somebody and they're interested in building. There's some languaging and some text that can get sent to them around that. Somebody that has just general interest, and also somebody that's kind of an ongoing prospect. Now, I love this. They have tracks for different samples. So, you know, I find a lot of people will give a sample, and the follow-up is oftentimes where they drop the ball, right? So imagine giving someone an AromaTouch sample and saying, hey, would it be okay if I sent you some information about how to use that over the next couple days? In the moment, you pick up your phone and say, can I have your phone number? And I'll text that information to you. You put them into the app. You say, I'm going to give them the AromaTouch, and little text messages are sent to them, little bite-sized nuggets about how to use the AromaTouch oil. And then you get a text back that says, it's time to give them a call. It's time for you to do a follow-up. The texts are going to come from you, and when they text you back, it goes to you. So you're communicating with them directly. So it's very personalized. This is also totally awesome. They have, oh, I'm hearing someone type. They have an interactive natural solutions class. This is awesome. So I've actually sent this out to a couple people that I've not been able to get to come to a class. They're interested. And also I have someone, you know, that is not in Portland that I actually can't do a personal class with. This class sends them a link with short little videos about, you know, just the general overview. But what's super cool is it's personalized, and it asks them, what topics do you care about? Like, where do you want to support your health? And there's a whole list of things from weight loss to emotional support to hormones to sleep, et cetera, et cetera. They can click on as many of those topics as they want, and it will customize the class for them and give them short little informational videos on those topics. So again, totally cool. There is then an enroll and support section. So the ones that I really want to highlight is there's one for an inactive customer. You don't even need to contact them prior, because the text is written out is if you're contacting them for the first time and it says something to the effect of, you know, you're valued in our doTERRA family, and I would love to send you some information about the oils or something like that. And it doesn't send them stuff every day. It kind of disperses it out. And then it also reminds you to do like a 6-month and a year and a 2-year follow-up with them. There's also the launch guide. So when you have a builder show up and they say, I want to do the business, you can get them this booklet. You can plug them in to your app, and a 30-day training is going to be sent to them from you. So you're going to look like a friggin' rock star. You're going to look like an awesome leader that has everything together. And this app is going to send them daily, very small daily bites of how to get their business going. There's also one for relaunching your business. So there's a track for somebody that has been disengaged in the business, and you can ask them if they would like to get re-engaged. And it's a 60-day re-engage in your business training. And then the last thing that I want to share here is that any kit that you sell a customer, there is a track for it. So let's say you sell the Natural Solutions kit to one person and the Every Oil kit to another person. At the class, you're going to put them in your app, and it's going to send them text about how to use the products in their kit. So I hope that you guys get what an amazing tool this is. So I want to show you kind of how that looks. So when you open your app, you would basically go to a new contact, and these are those sections: the invite, the present, the enroll. And you can press that information button, and it will give you a track description. So it tells you exactly what it's going to send, and it also gives you a script of what to say. So for instance, this one, if I gave you a sample of this balance to try and sent you reminders on how to use it, would you tell me about your experience in a few days? So if you're introducing these tracks to people, you can go and read the scripts of how to introduce the track, and then you know what is going to be sent out to them. There's also a way, I don't have it in the PowerPoint there, but there's also a way to go into the app if you want to read the languaging beforehand, and you could even change it a little bit if you want to customize it or anything like that. And then when people text you back, you get that notification in the app, so you can communicate with them via the app. They are going to get the text from a different phone number than your number, but the app tells them, this is my business text, so please add my name to it. And when you get a message back, you get a little notification that they have texted you back on that app. Okay, and then the next one, I love this. This is the 60-day track for builders who want to jumpstart and relaunch their business at any rank. It will reignite the fire about the business and help them see the fundamental actions they can do to grow strong and consistently. They'll receive 40 texts and 3 emails over 60 days, and you'll receive 7 update notifications, including a video on how to relaunch them. And I love that it gives you the script. So if you have a builder in your business that's been inactive, you can call them and say, hey, I've been thinking about how you've wanted to get to your goals or to their goals out of your business, and I really care about helping you achieve that. What would you think about relaunching your business and doing it your way at your pace? If I sent you small, simple steps over text messages for the next 60 days, would you take 15 minutes a day for each step? So of course, you can put that into your own words, but it gives you an idea of what you're going to say to them. And what I love is you're only asking somebody to give it 15 minutes a day. And within those 15 minutes a day, it's creating a lot of small wins, so people can begin to build the confidence about how to build their business. Okay, so then I also wanted to announce that we're going to have...
Can I just ask whoever is typing if you can mute your computer, please? It's really loud.
Yeah, I have somebody is typing there. Thank you, Air. Okay, so we are going to have our launch training in Portland on March 25th. It's going to be at the Eco Trust from 10 to 5. This training is... Hold on one second. Can you come help me and shut the door? Sorry. Pepper had something to say. This training is almost sold out, and I have not opened it up beyond our team at this point. I really want to keep, for the most part, I want to fill the seats with people in our team. But as we get nearer to the training, I will open it up more to the general public. And so please don't hesitate in grabbing your tickets. Once this is sold out, we do not have more space. So when it's sold out, it's sold out. So do everything you can to get yourself there, get your team there. And if you have people that have been disengaged, this training can be a really great way to re-engage them. People get excited about pretty new tear sheets. And the training is really beautiful. Now, I realize that not all of you are in Portland. And so what we're going to do is we are then going to have a Facebook launch training. And we're going to have the kind of getting everybody into the training and we'll start promoting it kind of mid-March. But in the 2 weeks before May, we'll start getting everybody engaged in the training. We'll have some pre-homework to do, with then the launch training kind of starting right in May, but we want everybody to be ready to go on the 1st of May. And the idea will be to get people to elite by May 30th. So this is going to be great for new builders. It's going to be great for anybody that wants to accelerate the business. It will be similar to the text training. There'll be short daily assignments, but in order to be in the training, somebody will have to have an upline mentor. So if, for instance, if you have somebody in the training, every time they post, they're going to tag you and they're going to be interacting with you. And so we really want you all to be engaged in the training, to cheering your people on, and for you to be personally supporting them in their journey. So we're really hoping this is going to be really interactive and that we're going to have a lot of engagement from all of you and all of you leaders. There's also going to be a lot of Facebook. We're going to start doing a lot more Facebook videos and Facebook Live videos, and we're also going to be asking that of the participants. So it should be really fun. There should be a lot of great energy. And our plan is to do 2 live Portland trainings a year. So this will be the first one, and then also 2 Facebook trainings a year. But keep in mind that you all have the app. So you can begin training somebody as soon as needed. But I'm hoping that giving these trainings to all of you and doing this collectively will kind of help all of you grow and expand in your own businesses. And then let's see. So the resources, as you know, everything can be found on the Share Success website. And then as far as buying the material, I'm finding the best place to buy them is at My Oil Business. They are not sold on the Share Success site yet. They do have them at Aroma Tools, but I found that recently they were sold out. And I'm hoping they'll be available on the Share Success site soon, but I'm just purchasing them on the My Oil Business site. And then again, like I said, you can also download all the PDFs. So what I'm going to do, hold on, I'm going to stop the screen share. And I would like to open it up. Josie, do you have anything that you want to add that I may have missed, or any comments about your experience with everything?
I'm just getting back to, if you agree, answering on the chat. There was an ask if we're going to be recording the March 25th, and I was saying no, that's a whole other animal. It's very, very expensive to do that, and we're doing our live events as it is now, right? And then we're going to be doing the live Facebook events as a real interactive, as a way of working with our distance, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And that's why we're doing the Facebook training, because we want all of you to be able to have the support from us. And I think the Facebook training is going to be really interactive. It's going to be the same content we're sharing live. So hopefully you'll still feel that same support and connection within community.
Yeah.
And also, I want to add that the timing of the Facebook class is to get any last people to Elite to go to our Visionary Leaders Summit. And so we are super excited about the summit, the Leaders Visionary Summit we have coming up in Ashland. We hope that you're all joining us. We hope that you're all rallying up your team and getting them excited. And they do need to be elite to go. And so this is a great way to get them engaged and have that last push to qualify for that summit.
Great. And the recording for this call, will this be live on our Facebook Leaders page?
Yeah, I'll post it to our Leaders page when we're done, so anybody can watch it that's not here.
Great. All right, thank you. And yeah, I'm so excited. I have to say, you guys, when Aisha was first saying, okay, I think we're going to switch, I was like, no, right? And then I actually started playing around with the app, and I went, oh, okay, I get it. So yeah, as soon as you start going in and playing around and looking at the app, I think almost everyone starts saying, oh my God, is this only $19 a month? Like, what crap for that amount? This is incredible. So it really shifts. And they do, I believe, when you sign up, there's a free 14-day trial. You give your credit card, and it's like they ding you $1, and then you do get to try it. So that's something for the new builders to do. It just, and then you start to see, there's no one who said, oh my God, this is not a good idea. So I think this is okay, right? This is the leaders. I also just started with one wonderful new builder. One of my incentives for them for reaching a goal, put this out, was that's what I was going to do. I was going to pay for their app for the first couple months. And that's a very, that's another thing you could think about doing as an incentive in terms of helping people get adjusted to this new thing. What I love is it feels a little bit like there's a shift even in going through the launch training. So we've been looking at the different tracks. And before I get into that, I just want to say that's what I've been trying to, one of my things that's my homework now in it's been this last week, in the next few weeks, is to go through and watch all the trainings. I feel really excited to do that because I feel like it's not a Ferrari. For me, it's like a Porsche, right? Like Aisha and I, we like the Porsches, right? That's our car. Yeah. And I really want to be able to drive this thing well. I don't want to just know the basics. And so I feel like part of my homework as leader and builder is to get to know well each of the tracks so that I can really use it. So every time I'm meeting someone, I'm sitting there and I'm already doing it. I'm thinking in my head, which is the right track for them, which is the right track for them. What do I want to send them? Where do I want to put them in that sense? And so that's kind of where I am at now with my process. And I think a lot of us will be. And I'm loving the accent on sampling. And so I've been going through sending out to my leaders and then me receiving the launch track. So that 30-day launch track and watching kind of what some of the emphasis and a big emphasis, I would say more even than the edge, is on sampling and using this app and getting samples in people's hands. And when you think about your 631 and your your 2 contacts a day, it's kind of changing it a little bit into rather than it being 2 contacts, it's think of it as 2 samplings. And then I think of it as oh, you're whatever, I guess, Santa Claus all the time. Or it's that sense of it's not that hard to give away 2 free samples of yummy oils to people every day. And it's a real and then sort of say, hey, if you tried this oil, which, you just said you had a headache, I have this great solution for you. Would you mind if I sent you a couple great texts and things to watch and to learn more about it? And could I get in touch with you in a couple of days and see how your experience went? People don't say no. So anyways, it feels more fun. And I don't know. So there's been a whole lot of energy that in my team already that I felt really shifting and releasing. So I've been loving that.
Oh, one thing I want to add too is that you can send tracks to yourself. So one, if you're doing it with your team, I sent Josie the launch, so she's getting it from me, and I've sent it to a few of you. But if you want to go through and test the tracks out and receive them, you can sign yourself up. You have to, for each one track, you have to make a new contact. You can only do 1 track per contact, but you can put yourself in as multiple contacts and send yourself different tracks. And then another thing that's been really exciting is that I've actually been going through all my enrollments that I've ever enrolled, and people that are inactive, I'm just putting them all on the inactive customer track. And the track is reaching out, and people are texting me back and saying, oh, hey, great to hear from you. Thank you so much. And so this is a way for me to nourish and reach out to those customers that, let's admit it's harder to get on the phone and call people, right? I know that can be a bigger challenge for people, but it wasn't hard for me to go through all of my contacts and feed them into the inactive customer list to see how that can be re-engaged and reactivate people. And they're getting a text message, and people today are more apt to respond to a text, to read a text, to pay attention to a text than they are to call you back or read an email. And so I like that it has that personal touch. And for the most part, the texts are well written. They might not sound exactly like you. So again, you can go through and edit that a little bit if you feel attached. But to keep it duplicatable and to keep it simple, and not make yourself crazy, I'm just going with the verbiage that the text sends. And then you can also intermix some of your own personal messages within the messages that are being sent as well. So you could, text your own message within other messages. So I just wanted to kind of have everybody hear about this from Josie and I. So
can I invite also, Lori LaShawn is on the line. She's been working with the app for a little bit now as well. Are you there, Lori? Can you unmute yourself? And I know she was doing the same thing, inviting inactive customers, and she's already had a couple really good experiences. Do you want to share anything, Lori? I know she's here with us, so.
Is she on the phone? I don't see her video.
She said sorry she had to go.
Oh, okay, she had to go.
Oh, okay, she was on the phone. Well,
she's
been doing this and having some great experiences.
Share, or does anybody have any questions about it? Or comments? Oh, one thing I actually also want to add is one question that's coming up a lot is, I have a lot of edge material, right? That's a common question. Again, the philosophy, the principles, they're really similar. So I'm just telling people to use up their edge materials, and then when they buy new materials, start bringing in the share, but they could still in the meantime get the app. They can still start checking out the material. So don't stress about that. At the end of the day, a TerraPad is a TerraPad, right? And so encourage people to use what they have and then just begin to transition as they're ready to buy more materials. Yes, so Claudine is asking, once they finish one track, can you add them to another track? Yes, absolutely. No, you can also stop if somebody's getting things and they don't want to get them, you can stop a track. You can add them to a new track once they're done. So yeah, you could actually keep them, like if you gave them a sample and they're responding to that and they couldn't come to a class, you could then send them the Natural Solutions Interactive class as a follow-up text. And what's really cool about that is when they watch those videos, it all links to your doTERRA website. So there is a call to action to enroll at the end of that. And when they click enroll, it will go to your personal website for them to enroll. So it's all dialed in to do this for you. All you have to do is just, keep nurturing. And again, I really want to stress, as awesome as this is, you still want to have some personal one-on-one touches if possible, right? So don't completely step away from your business and take the personal, like it's a personal touch, but you don't want to use it as an excuse not to be teaching classes anymore. You know what I'm saying?
And I think right now, and they might be changing this in the future, but right now it's geared to only be sending one track to a contact at a time. And I tried to get around this. One person who's, new and wanted to see the sampling track for an oil and then also the builder track. So I created 2 contacts for them. And I've done that for myself to receiving the different tracks. And I just say, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So one of the times I did that and put someone on 2 different tracks with 2 contacts, 2 separate contacts, some of the text got a little bungled. So I think that's just, I don't know if they'll change that or not, but that's just something I've been, it's very new. It's a very new app. So it's a little bit in beta, I would say right now. So there's a couple things we'll all be dealing with, little glitches here and there.
So Claudine, you're asking, do they have the ability to change the frequency of the messages? I don't think you can change that part of it. So I'm not sure about that part. Okay, well, are you guys excited? Are you as excited as we are? I hope that you are. I think as you get into it, you'll really see that it's awesome, and it's going to be a powerful tool. I mean, think, I know some of you are power enrollers, and like, especially for those of you that have done Diamond Club, imagine being able to immediately start sending them information about their kit that they just bought as soon as they walk out the door, and you're nurturing them while you're off, in another city enrolling other people. Or if you have a team to mentor, like for instance, I have a small team in Chicago, and we've had a really hard time getting them engaged with Facebook. They're not on Facebook a lot. So I've been sending them the launch training, and they just taught their first class, and they're starting to enroll people. And I mean, these are people that I've had on my team now for a year or so that have done nothing. So I'm really starting to see some activity happening from the little touches and the personal reach out that they're getting from us. And so I'm just so super excited. Let's see if I'm missing any other questions. Okay. So does anybody else have anything else they want to comment, add, share before we wrap up our call? And then I just have one last final announcement. Okay, so my last announcement is for all of you that are in Portland. We have an amazing class tonight. We have Desiree coming down from Washington. She's going to be here later this afternoon. We are going to have a full house. I'm sure of it. This is probably going to be our biggest event yet. In fact, I'm hoping we have chairs enough for everybody. Doors will open at 6:30. So if you're coming with your team tonight, I'm giving you the in. Come a little early so you can get seats and save some seats for your team. And if you're not in Portland, no worries, because we have a webinar with her on Thursday. And that's going to be a live webinar. Now, we can only take 100 people on that webinar, and that webinar is also mostly full. So I would, if you're out of town and you want people to get on that, I would start sharing that link and get that out. I will start sharing that a little bit more publicly, but again, I've been trying to, keep those spots for the people in our team first. And the webinar only has the capacity that it has. We will have a recording of it later, but just so you know, to get that out and spread the word, and it's going to be awesome. Desiree is a gem, and she's very intuitive. And so she really is probably going to address the energies in the room tonight. And what we have tonight and what we have on the webinar might be slightly different, I imagine, knowing who she is. She might kind of customize it for what she feels like is needed in the moment. So we will definitely post some highlights from tonight on the Facebook page, and keep you all posted if you're not with us locally. But we do hope if you're local that we'll see you tonight. Okay, is there anything else? Anybody else have anything? No, everyone's good? Okay. Well, I love seeing all of your faces here. And again, thank you for joining us so last minute. And keep a lookout on the Facebook pages for the updates and the announcement of the Facebook class. And again, get your tickets for the Portland training, because it is almost sold out. And I hope you know that we don't just say that. When we say that, we mean it. And when it's sold out, it will be sold out. Okay, you guys have a great day, and I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Yeah?
Can I ask you? Yeah, you can do the recording. I have something I want to ask you after the recording.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Kim, we will put the recording of this on our leaders page, and you're welcome to share it with people in your team if you want. If there's, it doesn't matter what rank they are. If you feel like it would benefit them, you're welcome to share it so they can learn more about what we're up to. Okay, thanks you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks everybody.